Okay, hi. My name is Darlene. I was born in Baltimore, Maryland, but I moved to California before I turned one, and I have lived there my entire life. I've lived in Northern California, primarily in the Oakland area, probably in several different locations, but primarily the same area. My earliest recollection was in the early 50s. The early child, I remember being in the first earthquake, experiencing the first earthquake, nearly falling down some stairs. I moved to Southern California in about 1953. I'm not sure of the town. I moved frequently, so stayed in the same basic area, but in a lot of different areas. In the late 50s, they were building a place called Disneyland, where my mother actually was fortunate enough to get a job. And we lived quite near there because you could hear the announcements from the park, looking for people or making announcements. And we lived there for a couple years before moving on. Disneyland was only about a third of the size that it is now, with open spaces around it. Later we moved to La Mirada. And La Mirada was a new incorporated town in 1960 when I moved there. And at the time I was there, they built a movie theater and expanded on the shopping center. And currently, I think the movie theater's been changed to a performing arts center, and all the other open areas that were surrounding it have all filled in with residential areas. The high school opened in 1960, September of 1960. That was the starting class that would go through for the first 4 years. That was the class I was in. It was a 3-year school at that time. Freshman through junior. La Mirada was approximately 20 miles east of Huntington Beach, where in teenage years I went frequently down this 20-mile road that was very sparsely populated. On the travels, we would pass by Knoxberry Farm, which was an open park. We would go and visit. They had attractions. It was basically an amusement park in the 1960s. There was some small rides, but not team amusement type roller coaster rides. Huntington Beach was pretty much just one long beach. I don't remember any buildings or anything commercial. Might have been a gas station here or there, a little restaurant, but pretty much wide open. I moved back to Northern California in about 1963. We moved to Pleasant Hill, and I lived there for about 3 years. And then I lived in San Leandro for another 3 years. Moved to Fremont in about 1967. We paid $19,000 for our house, the same house we're living in today, which now, 50 years later, is worth probably in the high $800,000. And the population when we moved here was close to 80,000. Now it's about 250,000. Some changes have happened. At the time we moved in, there were drive-in movie theaters, race car strips, small airplane fields, and now they're all gone. They're all commercial and residential. My son had the the ability to have the experience of racing his 56 Chevy on that strip. However, his parents didn't know about that so much later. Fremont had a lot of open spaces. There were cow fields and horses roaming around. There were a lot of vegetable fields, primarily that I remember, is cauliflower. There was one area nearby that had a lot of gladiola fields. Fremont Boulevard is one of the main streets that runs through the town, pretty much most of the way. In the early days, in the 50s, that was the main highway that went from north to south, Highway 17. Now there's big interstates built around that, and Fremont Boulevard is taken over the 17. And it went from probably a 2-lane road, which had orchards on both sides, apricots at that time, to now being businesses and homes.
Thank you for doing this.
Sorry I don't have more pictures, but in those days we didn't take pictures like people do nowadays. I wish I had.
Are you ready, Boots? Start walking.